Good afternoon, viewers. It's a joy to be on the set today with the wonderful and lovely mother, Mrs. Mazaba, who is here to just give us the experiences. Our show is called Generation to Generations, and this tells us to say, you know, there's always need for a replacement in whatever you do. And we are here with Mom. You know, it's an obligation for each person to leave a legacy of whatever they've been doing, and also it is a responsibility for leaders to leave an experience, the values, and also just pass on the baton. Welcome, Mom, to the show. It's a great day to be with you here, and I'm so excited that getting the views from you. You've lived a life, and I'm so glad to know that you are a woman that is passing on the legacy. At 72, you've done your master's. You are looking forward to doing your PhD. You're welcome, Mom, and we are here to hear from you.
I want to thank you, my daughter, for this opportunity as we are talking from generation to generation, and even as we are talking of the reward in sharing information. So at my age, 76, it's time to pass on whatever I can pass on. And so I'm just so excited, my daughter, that I can be with you. But I want, before I go very far, to just say thank you, Jehovah Jireh. You know, God has seen me through. God has been good to me. And God is there. No one should ever doubt. God is there and sees it for everyone. And I want also to thank my parents, Daniel Mshanga, Agnes Nyurenda, who led me to the Lord as a baby. They ensured I was baptized, and I was taken to Sunday school, and here I am because of that background. Okay, thank you, my daughter. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I'm here to pass on whatever I can, because I believe in sharing information.
So on the set this afternoon, we are here with Mom, and she's going to teach us on saving. And if you look at the times that we're living in the times of COVID, in the times where the cost of living is so high, and this is a time where somebody would give an excuse to say they can't save because the standards of living are too high. But we are here with Mom, who has lived a life, and he's here to tell us why we should save. Mom.
Okay. The background to all this is my dream. I have a big dream. I'm believing that soon, and very soon, Zambians, or let me say Africans, will take over their economies.
Yes.
75%. Okay? Minimum 75%. So I have that dream and I have that strong conviction. How is that going to happen? There are many ways, there are many things, and as I go on to this series of passing on this knowledge, I'll be able to touch on different topics. But today, I want to talk about the power of saving. Everyone, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, you must put money aside. You must put money aside. That money is going to help either when there are problems, either when you are out of employment, either when your business runs out. But on your budget every month, the first item should be money to be saved. It should be money to be saved. And then you spend other things. Money that must be put aside periodically. Okay? And when I'm talking of saving, I'm talking about putting that money in the bank. When I'm talking about putting the money in the bank, it's not just any account. A lot of people, and I've experienced it, you go to the bank, you want to open an account, you are given an account, you put money in that account, go back there in 2 months, you find that you have got less than what you are putting. So I am talking of an account that will earn interest. In particular, fixed deposit. So like you young people of today, you should be able to check every bank, every account, and come up with an account that will give you the best interest. It's called making money work for you. Okay? The money is working for you. You just put it there and it starts running around. The next thing, that money is increasing. Maybe in 3 months' time when you go and check, you find that it has become bigger. Who has been working? Not you, the money. Of course, through the bank.
Wow. Wow, that's a great statement, making money work for you. Many are the time you want to work for money, but it's time that money worked for you. Wow. Ma'am, you are studying wealth creation, and this is the baton that she's passing on. When you look at 76, you are just maybe in your 30s, you're just in your 20s, and you're saying, I can't save. She has saved for her to even do her wealth creation PhD at 76 years. So it's high time that you looked at how she has said it. Save your money, let the money work for you. Yes.
So even when I went for my master's, I sponsored myself. I did not go around looking for a sponsorship, a scholarship. I paid for myself from my savings, from what I was getting in my salary. And now I've saved for my next step, the PhD.
Wow.
So I've saved. So I'm not going to ask anybody to sponsor me. I'm going to do it myself, pay for myself.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, so it is possible to save.
Wow.
I like to talk about my husband. When we were lucky to be in the diplomatic service with my husband at a very early age, young people in the Kaunda days. When we went there, because we were getting salary and allowance, my husband just said, we are not going to touch the salary.
Wow.
The 7 years that we were in diplomatic service, all the money, his salary was being saved. When we came back here, we were able to build our house without borrowing.
Wow.
Okay? So it was sitting in that account, it was working for us, it was getting bigger, and there it is. Now, maybe I should do, maybe people will just think, I think she has got money, she's getting a high salary, and that's why she's able to save. How can I save? I don't have enough money. I can't even be able to manage to even eat what I want. Okay? So the question is, if you think you are not having enough money now, and you are not saving, what happens when disaster comes? What happens when you don't have a job? What happens when you are retired and you have to stop, your contract has finished? Okay? So, you can save from whatever money you have. You must just make a habit of saving. And there are many things that you can do in order to save money. You can change your diet.
Wow.
Okay? You can change your diet. Instead of saying, I must eat chicken 5 times a week, meat, and so on. You can change some of that to allow for the saving.
Wow.
You can change your lifestyle. My daughter, I see people who go to these drinking places. They'll spend the money, which is more than enough to even buy a bag of meal, which can feed a family for 1 month. And they are complaining of cost of living. We can't save because of the cost of living. But you're
So,
wasting
so
money.
initially, ma'am, what you're trying to tell the viewers is saving must be intentional, and you just need to have a goal in order for you to purposefully just tell yourself that I'm going to save, and you should have a reason to why you should be saving. Like you said earlier on, you said we need to save for a rainy day. We need to save for an investment. Many people most of the time only look at saving for a rainy day, but I think saving must be even for an investment. So likes of now, it's time for COVID, and anyone else is just saying I can't save. What can you tell that person, ma'am? Because you says you have a dream that Zambia one day should be the best country that everyone should be proud of, to say I'm a Zambian. And you also mentioned Africa at large. So what are you saying to that one who is saying I can't save because my income does not allow? I've got school fees to sort out, I've got food to sort out. What are you saying to that person that really doesn't want to save now? Because if you look at jobs nowadays, it's contract basis, so you don't know when, and so if you don't prepare, there's so many things that suffers. What can you say to that person?
So I am saying that you must make it a habit to save. You must purpose it. You must make up in your mind the way you budget for relish, the way you budget for food. You must also budget for saving. You must make sure that you put money aside. Your contract has finished. Even before it finishes, you are saving also for development. Okay? Because you must look forward to you becoming an employer. You owning your own project. You owning your own business. Now, you should not be thinking that if I have to start a business, I'm going to write a project proposal and I'm going to get a loan from the bank. What if that business does not succeed the way you expect it to succeed? It means the interest on that loan will be growing. Okay? It will be growing, and therefore you fail to pay it, and therefore whatever you had used as collateral will be taken away from you, and you become poorer. But if you have been saving, okay, if you have been saving, you start your project with your own savings. If you have to borrow at a later stage, you have established, you know your losses, you know your profits, you know the kind of risks that you can you can face. So that money is just coming in additional. Okay? Maybe you just want to expand the business, but not for it to be your starting point. So you must save every month when you are working. Put aside. In fact, saving, my daughter, should be number one on your agenda, on your budget. Okay? So you can decide, even if let's say one is saving 100 kwacha per month or 500 kwacha per month. I know of a certain bank, for example, every month they give you a 7% interest. Okay? They give you a 7% interest. So you must save, because it's not a good idea to start a project on Nkongole. It's not. You start with your own resources. That money which has been working for you over the years, it has become big, and that's the money that you use now for starting whatever project you want. So it's a mindset. Okay? Look, my daughter, there are people who buy an outfit every month. Isn't it?
Yes.
There are people who buy an outfit every month. There are people, as I said earlier on, who will spend, after 17 hours, they must go and park their vehicle at a drinking place. That money can be put into a saving for development.
Wow. So it's very important that we just become intentional. Well, viewers, we have our mother here who is telling us on the importance of saving. And I'm one of the person that believe it is important to pass on what made you who you are to someone else. And she's here just giving us the experiences. She mentioned at the time the husband and herself were in the diplomatic work. They did not touch the husband's salary, but it's the one that brought them developmental projects. And also at 76, she's not looking for a loan to take herself to school. She's not looking for a loan to feed her family. She's a grandmother where she is here.
Great-grandmother.
Great-great-grandmother. So look at the lifestyle. And here I'm with her book where she's talking about wealth creation, what I learned in Israel. So she's the best person that is able to tell us about wealth creation and that her dream. So ma'am, how do you intend to achieve your dream on wealth creation?
So number one, my daughter, is sharing information. And I believe that by sharing information, I can be able to convince a lot of younger people, the Zambians, Africans at large, that we can do it. And I'll be sharing a lot of things in that book which I wrote, since I have the opportunity every Sunday 16 hours to come and talk, do some sharing. So I'll be sharing different aspects of wealth creation. But the starting one now is everyone. Start saving. Everyone who is listening, start saving, be determined. There is no point in eating so well now and then coming to starve later on. There is no point in coming to start a business on Nkongole. It's not a good habit. You must come and start your business from your own resources. So I'll be sharing more and more of these important aspects, because really I would like to see a lot of Zambians becoming wealthy creators. 75% of the economy should be under the control of Zambians. Because why should we just be workers in our own country? We must become the employers. Okay, so that's the dream I have. And I know very soon it's going to be achieved. And as our first Republican president, he says in a quote from his book, he says that the future belongs to those people who plan for it. Let's plan. Let's start by saving. I've got enough money for my PhD studies. Okay, so I'm not just talking out of nothing. I'm talking of the things that I've experienced. Even in my masters, I used my money. Even to go to Israel, I used my money. But how many people do you see going around and trying to ask people, donation, 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 what do you want the donation for? Yeah, there's this issue, and so on. No, when you are saving, you won't face those challenges. I want to encourage everyone who is listening that save. But don't just put money in the bank. Put money in an account that is going to earn you good interest. So check, when you go to the bank next time, say I want to see the different accounts and I want to see the best where I can get a good interest, also the best where I don't have to be withdrawing it every now and then, a little thing then I want to withdraw.
Wow. The first, I think she has just given us a quote from our first Republican president, Dr. David Kenneth Kaunda, and the quote says, "The future belongs to those who prepare for it." And so if our first president could say that statement, it's a call for every Zambian to prepare for the future. You prepare for the future now and not later. So you start today to prepare for the future. We are so grateful, ma'am, for the wonderful emphasis that you've put on saving. And that reminds me, when you said we should change the lifestyle, we should change our budgeting. I remember when I was starting a building project, sometimes I think 4 years ago, I only started building with the 6,000 kwacha. and I did flats like 1x3. And when I wanted to start, my husband came in and said, how possible is it that you're going to build with the 6,000? I told him, it's only when I start that I can finish a project. So you that is looking at the amount of money that you have and you're telling yourself, I can't save from this amount, I am just here to prove what Mom is saying is actually very important. Like I've just given, I had to change my lifestyle, including my children knew that we were doing something. To an extent, I remember in January, the time I was building 3 years ago, my firstborn son was, I think, 5 years old, and I bought him a bag, a school bag. And when I came to present it to him, he told me, Mom, you've got a building project to do. So why did you have to get a bag when I still have a bag that I can use? And it was a challenge coming from a 5-year-old boy. So it's until you begin something that you can continue doing it. Like Mom said, it has to be an habit. So saving must be an habit. Well, thank you so much, Mom. Is there anything else that you'd want to talk about? This is a great topic, wealth creation. We look for a Zambia that is going to run itself. And just on that, Mom, I was privileged to be part of the people that were doing a survey 2 weeks ago in Kamwala. We were trying to see, are we as Zambians able to produce anything? Are we as Zambians owning any of the shops in Kamwala? It was a sad sight to find that the majority of the shops are owned by foreigners. And when we did that survey, we said, where are you ordering the things? And this person says, what can we order in Zambia? There's nothing that Zambia is doing. So looking at your dream, Mom, it's time for that dream to be achieved, really. So we've gone on site and they are telling us, you can't even make a toothpick as Zambians when we've got trees around. So it's time for Zambians to actually get back to the drawing board, and like you said, the mindset. Zambians, we've got the ability, and each one of us is born with an ability to create. You see, we just have to get back to the drawing board. Yes, ma'am.
I really want to, I'm glad, and I'm glad to hear your experience in it as well.
Yeah.
We Zambians, please, why should we order a toothpick? So if we can't make it, then let's not use a toothpick. Isn't it?
That's a good one.
Yeah, because we are complaining about foreign exchange, the kwacha, the whatever, but we are spending whatever we have on things which we don't have to spend that foreign exchange. We ourselves are making I think there are people who sit somewhere and laugh at us and say, look at these people. What type of people are they? Okay. I have that dream, my daughter, and it's going to be achieved. I'll be talking wherever I have the opportunity. I will have to be talking. And next Sunday, when I'll be talking about taking responsibility, not blaming the other person, not expecting from the other person, but yourself. Okay. So the starting point, please, I hope that there will be testimonies. People, as we are going towards this month end, start saving. Those who are in business, start saving so that your business goes bigger. Save in a good bank with a good interest and a good account so that the money starts working for you. Make money work for you. Okay, so for me, what I've saved already for my PhD program is sitting and it's working for me. It's getting bigger each time. It's getting bigger each time. So I will even have change. Okay, when I start my studies, I will have change. It won't finish because it's already multiplying itself, isn't it? Yeah. So I urge everyone to just develop that habit and decide that I am going to start saving. I'll cut down on certain things. Okay, you decide which ones. But for me, I think like, why should you buy a new outfit every month? Why should you be packed at a bar every day? Isn't it?
So, Mom, we have a question here. It says, Good evening, Mama Mazaba. I want to thank you for this wonderful program on saving. I have learned that saving is a priority, no matter how little your income. I'm Mrs. Kumwenda from Chipata.
Thank you.
So
Thank
there's
you.
that message also. And there's another one asking, afternoon, thanks for this amazing program. I thank God that I started saving my 10% of all my earnings. Gertrude from Lusaka. There's another one, Mom, what is the best bank to save with? Lupia from Mumbwa.
I have my best bank where I'm saving, but I'll not tell you that. What I want you to do is research, okay? Just research. And these things, I think you can find them online. The information, I think, is available. Okay, search or go to the banks and make a comparison. But one, look for this in a account which can give you good interest. In fact, you can even negotiate for interest, actually. Yeah, you can go to a bank and say, no, me, I'm going to be saving so much money. So what interest are you giving me? Okay, don't allow them to just give you the basic. You can fight for even a bigger interest. So go and see whoever the person is in the bank, go even to the highest level and insist you want a certain amount of interest, because you are going to be their big customer. Because every month you'll be giving them, maybe every week, maybe every whatever. Yeah, like I'm thinking of a Matatia. It can be banking every day. Some little something.
Yes, there's another one. It says, afternoon there, quite interesting topic, especially for us youth. I'm kindly asking for grandma's phone number, please.
Okay.
There's another one from Kabwe, please, I'm requesting from Mama's number, Doreen from Kabwe.
Okay.
So this is interesting, Ma'am. It means that you've taken the message around, and we pray that really people, like you mentioned, starts to save this very month. And another one says, Mrs. Mazaba, thanks for sharing. Where can I get your book, Ma'am?
This book. Yes. Well, you can only get it from me. It's not on the shelves.
So the book is not yet on the shelves, but we'll see the best way that the information is passed on. Another one says, good advice, Ma'am. Please note, we Zambians are good at wasting money or makatete. So there's one person that is actually admitting to the fact that we as Zambians are not good at savings, but this is why the program has come, so that we are able to change this. We need to start saving as Zambians. You know, there are so many projects that might come, but then if you don't have anything that has been saved, then there's nothing that you can do. So let's put it as a culture. Let it be a lifestyle where we actually start to teach children, adults, and so it grows in us, where you start to save, at least where we impose it even on children to say if they have a 10 kwacha, apart from their tithe, they are able to save even just a 10% after the tithe. So that it grows in us, because you see, I think learning actually is the key here, because we have grown not knowing how to do these things. Yeah.
Use of money is something that we don't teach in our homes. Okay, we just that I taught my children to work very hard, but I can never remember teaching them about these money issues. I never. But work hard, yes, but I never said you must save, in this how you budget and so on. I didn't do that. So we can give them the telephone number. The only thing is the one which I have in my head. Are you remembering my number?
Let me just
the 095.
Let me just try and check. So the number for grandmother, those of you that have been asking for the number is 0955264083. The number once more is 0955 264083.
Don't telephone me after 21 hours, I'll be sleeping.
So we've heard, and please don't miss the show next week Sunday. Like she has said, she's going to give us why we should take responsibility and why we should not give an excuse in whatever we are doing. I think that would be so interesting. I think I'm one of those people that also just gave excuses in the past few days, but thank God for the School of Wealth that Pastor Jay is doing. It has made me just align myself to the things that I'm supposed to do, and also just tell myself, look, even if I postponed something that I'm supposed to do, it will actually wait for me, and I'll have to just in one way or the other pay the price, even if I don't do it today. So ma'am, that's a very interesting topic, and viewers, please don't miss Sunday. We'll be having ma'am, and she's going to tell us about not taking excuses and also taking responsibility. You are who you are today because of the things that you've taken responsibility of. And the money that you don't have today is the money that you've not created, because God says He's given us the power to create wealth. So the money that you don't have is the money that you've not created. Thank you so much, ma'am. Any last words to the viewers?
I just also want to say these things are in the Bible. Remember the person who had 10 talents, 5 and 1, and he just buried it where it was not making any interest. Please, make a resolution today that you are going to start saving. It would be nice when next Sunday we are talking, we'll hear somebody saying that for me, I've got an account with such and such a bank and interest and so on. But it must be interest earning. Let money work for you. You have worked, you have raised the money, now it must work for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
I really appreciate this opportunity to share knowledge. As I said earlier on, I believe that sharing knowledge has a reward.
Amen. Thank you, viewers. See you on Sunday, same time, 16 hours. We are passing on generation to generation. The things that we are doing, she has the experience, so it is the experience that she's giving us, the life that she has lived. Thank you so much.